Lake Umbagog, in between Errol, New Hampshire and Maine. This is what I call my happy place, but very few people are prepared when they come to stay here at what we call the Ellis Camps. Throughout this video, I'll be giving you a little history of the Ellis Camps and some interesting tips if you choose to stay here at any point. Umbagog Lake comes from the Abenaki word for shallow water. It is a pristine lake which is part of the Umbagog National Wildlife Refuge and Umbagog Lake State Park. It's accessed through public boat launches on New Hampshire Route 26, and that is just east of Errol, New Hampshire. An area abundant with wildlife. You could see wild turkey, bald eagle, osprey, moose, rabbit, loons, Canadian geese, ducks, otters, all kinds of things in the water and in the surrounding area. A little more about the lake is that it runs almost 11 miles from north to south, making it the largest lake on the New Hampshire-Maine border. Its average depth is 10 feet with a maximum depth of 45 feet, though it is shallow in many areas of the lake and the rivers feeding it. A great fishing lake. It includes smallmouth bass, pickerel, northern pike, and a variety of other fish breeds. So after checking in at base camp at the Lake Umbagog State Park and possibly getting your ice and wood for the week, if you're canoeing in, you can go up to the Steamer Diamond Boat Launch, which is where we launch off from. What we normally do is we would pull in, drop our stuff, and then there's a parking area just past the sign for the Steamer Diamond Boat Launch, where then we can park, and then we come back and load the canoes so we're not in the way of other people coming in. Once we're loaded up, we make our way down the Androscoggin. It's about a 45-minute to an hour paddle if you are in decent conditions. It's not very long. You come out of the mouth of the Androscoggin. If you're lucky, you'll see a lot of bald eagles on your way in, and right around the corner you will find the Ellis Camps, which are at the top. If you try to canoe in from the bottom of the lake from the base camp, it's going to be a long paddle over mostly open water. So this is a much better way to get in, especially with fully loaded canoes. So now we are entering the lake section, and you're coming in, and you can see to the right coming into the dock area. And it's kind of hard to see now because it's grown up quite a bit, but to your right are the 4 Ellis cabins. I will be going into detail for all 4, but they are Ellis, Jenny's, Ben's, and Honeymoon. So when we come in, we usually come in at the mouth of the Androscoggin. We put in our 2 canoes. We have a 18 and 17 footer right there, fully loaded with everything we need for the week, which I'll give you tips on what we now bring after almost 10 years of doing this. And we put, usually if the water's pretty low this year, it's been higher in previous years, but we usually pull right in there and unload. So you do have the option of taking a transport boat from the Umbagog State Park campground, but you have to reserve that in advance. We've never used that. We always pile everything into the canoes and make the beautiful about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the day, sometimes a little longer when we're headed back out, depending on wind. And we come in, and then we wind our way right around the side, and we put in right there to unload. For unloading, then this gorgeous space. Nobody is here. It is currently Friday. It's Friday. Oh. They do provide this amazing gorilla hauler thing, bucket, which has showed up, I think, our second trip here, that has made it incredibly helpful. So you can load a lot of gear in that and get it up the trail really easily. I'm going to take you for a little journey. So if you're coming in off the dock, then you would probably pull your gear up from here. But when you pull in from here where our canoes are, there's also a dolly, and you can just bring the bucket or the dolly, whatever works for you, and make your way up the trail. So I'm going to take you to each cabin today. I'll show you how we get up and down, take you on a tour of the cabins, and explain why this is probably the most beautiful spot if you are able to make it up here. Continuing on the trail, the layout of the 4 cabins is Ellis, Ben's, Jenny's, and Honeymoon. You can take a shortcut to Honeymoon, but there's always a lot of flies on this particular trail, so going this way is generally a little easier, at least up to Jenny's, but Honeymoon folks may want to take that one. So as we come up, it's not a very long hike up the trail. We come first to Ellis, and so I will be talking about each cabin individually, and this is the biggest one. Ellis is the first you come to, and their fire pit is right there. A brief history of the Ellis Camps that were owned by Tim Ellis and family and were purchased in 1961 after Tim, the patron, had visited when he was about 8 years old as guests of the Heseltines, Nancy and Phil, who had owned the property beforehand, and sold the lease to the Ellis's in 1961. It had been run as a hunting and fishing sporting camp known as the Smith's Camps or the Umbagog Camps, which operated for many years. They are named after the Ellis family, Tim and Margaret, for the Ellis cabin, Jenny, their daughter, and Ben. And in 1998, they were taken over by the Parks and Recreation and began being managed by New Hampshire Parks and Rec. They had previously been owned by Howard Smith, which was Nancy Heseltine's uncle, and those were hunting and fishing camps that were used for generations. And they often offered, before the Parks and Rec took them over, they were provided environmental education programs, including the Junior Maine Guide training program, summer whitewater canoeing and kayaking programs, natural history studying programs, cross-country skiing programs, teacher workshops in natural history education and outdoor education. And over those years, over 700 young people and adults were part of the camp programs. After some renovation and work, the Parks and Recreation Department opened these cabins as part of the New Hampshire State Parks and Umbagog Lake State Park as remote cabin offerings in 2017, which is the first year that my family started going to the Ellis Camps. So the Ellis cabin, beautiful front porch. I'll give you an idea of the view of that as well. Their fire pit is right down here, and picnic table. Each one of the cabins is equipped with some great things. So right up on the porch, these tables came out a few years ago. They had some other really nice tables and like furniture, which obviously there was a hodgepodge of it. So over the last few years, they've definitely mainstreamed some of the items. Box for your wood. You have usually 2 buckets, which are to bring your water up. A lot of people may not realize you have to bring your own water. You have to filter. I'll give you a peek through the window. This one is pretty spacious. You do have a kitchen area. There is no running water. I'm going to show you the secret that we came up with. There's a table. This one does have some shelf unit ability. There's always a first aid kit and hand sanitizer station. Each one has This one has another table with 4 chairs and a bookshelf with a bunch of stuff that people have left over the years, games, cards, books, etc. There's also a little storage thing there, and you have a futon over on the side. I'm going to bring you over here because I'm not in the cabin, so I can't get you in, but what you can see, that guitar is very out of tune. There is a futon and then a back room that has a set of bunk beds and a rollaway. So there is a separate room. This is the only cabin that has a completely separate room, but much more spacious. So it gives you a little more privacy, and the view is stunning from the front porch. So you have this gorgeous view, and you can see Jenny's a little bit from here, or sorry, Ben's, but not really much. They are separated enough. Up behind each cabin, there's an outhouse. That is the Ellis outhouse. It usually has toilet paper in it. Each cabin has a set of dishware. I'll show you the ones in Jenny's later, but it's a composting toilet, so it can get kind of smelly in there. There might be spiders or friends in there, so just be prepared for that. But it still works great. It's not that bad, and most of the time you can't really smell it too much unless there's a good wind. So now let's head over to Ben's cabin. So Ben's cabin, we're leaving Ellis. Take a very short jaunt. So if you're just staying at Ben's, you would just come one step more. Sometimes it gets rather muddy, so they have put these planks down to prevent too much muddiness. And this is Ben's. Ben's, we stayed at way back, I think it was 2017, which was our first year here. It has changed quite a bit since. You can see Ben's cabin. The layout is a little bit different. They have a beautiful front porch area and this side porch area. Their fire pit is up here. Again, picnic table, fire pit. They've replaced some of the other chairs with the metal chairs. I think they'll last a lot longer. And this front porch has a big seating area. You can see a gorgeous view. Ben's has one of the most beautiful open views. It is lovely from here. You can also see the solar panel. The solar panel does not provide you with full electricity, but it does provide you with some light. Ben's cabin used to have a loft up there. Noah, our little one, who is now a big one, would stay in the loft. They've since removed the lofts, I think due to safety reasons and stuff. They've put this bunk bed set, which has a full-size bed on the bottom, a roll-out twin bed on the bottom underneath, and then a twin upper bunk up there. They have changed out the cabin as far as the kitchen a bit. It used to be longer, and it used to have like an island attachment. That has changed a bit, but it's still pretty good. It has a table right here with 2 chairs. You also have another taller chair, which I think was a remnant of the kitchen island part. Again, first aid. There is a heater in the winter. We have never had to use it in the fall. We're always here at the beginning of August, and it still fulfills what we need to do all the time. So I'll take you up with the side porch. They have a longer table, which is really good for setting up your grill or other things that you want outside. Your 2 water buckets. And again, you have a pathway to the outhouse up there. Oh, let's go on in. So Ben's is open. Somebody left a little shoes behind. Each cabin, this one, you can see they've also put in new curtains that I'll talk about later. You have 2 lights that are run by the solar. You have a non-running water sink, so you do, and usually when we come in, there's usually some dishwashing liquid left over and stuff. This is a gas stove, so you can do some stovetop work, which is very helpful as well. And you've got another shelf up here, which is handy. Broom, dustpan, all of the things. They've also recently put in these lovely, brilliant curtain ideas, which are gorgeous. But even this view is just stunning. And this is Ben's, so you can fit, again, it's pretty good size. It's perfect for your needs here. And again, you have the 2 lights that are run by the solar. So again, you get quite a bit of bang for your buck with Ben's. You've got your broom and dustpan for cleaning. I love this door so much. Each one is very, very unique, which is why when I was researching many years ago about these cabins, you didn't know what to expect. You can see the loft used to be there, and it was great. You also have a emergency flag. God forbid anything ever happened, you'd put that out on the dock, and an emergency crew would come. So you do have that in case of emergencies. All right, so this is Ben's cabin. I'm going to take you further up to Jenny's. All right, just a short little pass from Ben's cabin. We continue up this outside path and you can start to see Jenny's. There's a shed here. Oftentimes the park personnel will come up, they mow, and they take care of the maintenance of the cabins. They make sure everything's cleaned out after somebody leaves. And we make our way up to Jenny's. And I'm going to take you around Jenny's after I take you to Honeymoon. So first I'm going to go to Honeymoon because I want to spend some time at Jenny's, because this is our favorite and this is the one I know the most. We have stayed at Ben's, we've stayed at Jenny's, we've stayed at Honeymoon. So if you're continuing this way, or all right, continuing by Jenny's, going over to Honeymoon. So again, the view just doesn't get any better. Passing the Jenny's solar. There are often blueberries in this section here. A few years ago, there were blueberries everywhere. There were so many blueberries. Now they're a little bit harder to find, but there are still plenty of blueberries in here. Honeymoon is off here. That pathway from the bottom does come up this way. One year, we were able to pull in with the canoe down closer to this cabin, but it all depends on space down there, the fire pit, the picnic table, and Honeymoon's view. Honeymoon is the smallest. It is beautiful. It's a little quiet getaway. They just recently took down a shed and they've been slowly getting rid of that. You can see there's enough distance between the cabins, so you do feel like you are alone. You've got your pathway here up to your outhouse up there, which you can kind of see in the back there. And we'll take a little look at Honeymoon. They have a smaller front porch, but a glorious view. Again, you see this table, which is very, very common in this area. This one is a little more secluded, as it is the Honeymoon. This one only has a full-size bed. It also used to have, I think, a little loft up there, if I recall. There is, again, you've got a gas stove, a couple of shelves, your non-running water. You've got a table with a couple of chairs, so it's very basic. It has changed a bit. I think when we were first here, there was a lovely collection of bottles that somebody had left all around decoratively, which was lovely. But they have the same amenities, if you will. Again, very rustic. I'll give you a little side view here. So there you have Jenny's inside. Perfect for 2 people or 1 person if you're just looking to get away for a little bit. Now I'm going to take you back to Jenny's. Okay, coming back up to Jenny's. Again, you can see Ben's over there, but they're really pretty well separated. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is kind of a mess, because we got here on Monday. It is now Friday. Nobody else is here. The only other group that was here was in Ben's from Monday until this morning, and they have now gone. We also have a beautiful view. And yeah, the tree is there, but we still get such a lovely view, especially from the fire pit area. You can see picnic table, fire pit. From here, I can see the dock where currently my family is down enjoying the water. And then I'm going to take you here, my favorite. So Jenny's, the outhouse is really close, so it doesn't take much at all. There's this gorgeous tree here. So what we have been doing for many years is we do bring the water filter system. We used to have a platypus. We exchanged it up last year for the life straw system. It's a little slower, but it does filter. So we have that big jug, which is super light when you're packing, especially when you're loading canoes. Luckily the boys, we have our son and his friend. They are very handy with keeping the water buckets full. They bring them up, they get the water going. Most years we've just brought this grill, and my husband has brought this fold down table, which is, again, takes up very little space in the canoe, but has proven to be quite handy. And this year he uses the Dutch oven a lot. He used to use it over on the fire pit mostly, but this year he did bring this, which was very heavy, but also doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It's very handy to use. It's a Dutch oven table, so he can heat the coals, and he cooks a lot of our menu items right in the Dutch oven right over here. So it's very handy. We did get this year. This is one of our drink dispensers. We had a much bigger one last year, but we decided to slim down this year. And this is a little bit lighter and also very handy. Holds ice incredibly well for an Arctic. We always bring our axe and our tools, the fishing gear, if you will. We bring 4 of our lounge chairs because there are no longer chairs out here except for the metal chairs. They've taken those. There is this table that has been here the last few years, which is great, with 2 little stools, which are more kid-sized, but also pretty effective. We also bring our own llama lights. Again, these we do it up here. There is one porch light that is run by the solar. You come in, just to give you a tour. I love what they've done here. There were never any shades or anything on the windows, so when you had to change, you'd shut the door and duck down. Now these are so simple and yet really effective in that you just pull those, it pulls down, you put them up. They're great. They're on all the windows. I still won't put them on that because I love seeing the sunrise in the morning. As you can see, there used to be a loft in here as well. That disappeared 2 years ago. He uses silicone a lot when he's making biscuits and things like that, especially in the Dutch oven. This light is a lifesaver. I highly suggest. It is a find. It changes brightness. It really is. Outside has been great. You can adjust it. So it's, again, very handy for what we do. It's rechargeable. One of the greatest finds I found. And this is also a new thing that we brought this year, which is a rechargeable 3-gallon water tank. And when it's full, it actually has running water, which is easier to brush the teeth. It's easier to rinse the dishes. You do have 2 wash pans underneath. We do have some silverware and items like that, but we always bring a bunch anyway, because you never know, some things disappear over time. There is this small table that has some books that I've left here over time and some other games and things. There is a cribbage board. You never know what's going to be here. So, you know, we always bring our books and things, but you never know. And then often it's nice when I don't have to bring books back because I've already read them. So some books I just leave here for the next person. Other than that, I do suggest bringing a small fan because it can get really warm in here. But you can keep that door open. Lovely, lovely, lovely Jenny's. So that's a tour of Jenny's and a little explanation of our setup, which we all fit into. All of this stuff will come with us, except for obviously the furniture, the tables, all of that. But I'll share with you the pack up when we're all done. But that's just a little tour of Jenny's. Later, I'll do a little history of the Ellis Camps. But it's a little slice of heaven way up here on Lake Umbagog, and it is definitely the happy place of many who come here. So hopefully this helps you make a decision whether or not you want to book. You have to book 11 months to the day in advance usually, and then it's harder to book when you want to book. But if you're looking for a quick trip and something's open, I highly suggest coming on up. So I will do another history and put it all together for you later.